Today I'm going to hem my ribbed jersey dress that I'm busy working on, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to use my cover stitch machine, which I actually haven't used in months. I'm grabbing an iron and I'm just going to eyeball this hem. I'm not using any specific seam allowance, but because I have lots of stripes going horizontally across, they are going to be my guide for pressing my hem into place. I'm lifting mine up 2 stripes, and that is about a centimeter and a half, and I'm just pressing it into place all along, and I'm going to place a couple of clips as well so that they hold in place while I transfer it from here over to the cover stitch machine. For the sleeves though, I actually want to chop a little bit of length off because they are too long, and I definitely don't want them long sleeve either. I want them roughly about over here. So I'm going to chop it off just over here at this line on both sides. Now I'm going to use this little piece to see how much I need to cut off on the other side instead of measuring again. And now I'm just going to press this hem as well. All my hems are pressed and clipped in place, ready to take over to the cover stitch machine. Now, for those of you that don't know, a cover stitch machine is a machine that creates store-bought hem. So on the inside, you will see lots of threads intertwined, and on the front side, you will only see either 2 stitch lines or maybe a single stitch line. So this machine is very expensive. It is a luxury. You definitely do not need this machine to create hems on your jersey fabrics, or really any garments for that matter. I am going to be using white thread just for the underside because that is not going to be visible, but on the exterior of my jersey dress I want to use a color match thread, and this thread over here is the one that I have that is the closest color to my jersey. Machine is all threaded, but before I actually test it out on the real garment, I'm just going to practice on a few stitches here. This row over here, so that's worked out brilliantly. Now we can get our dress. What I want to do now is make sure that I catch the raw edge of the fabric here within the stitch line of the cover stitch. So I'm going to be placing the fabric now face down, so wrong side down, and I'm going to feel for where the edge of that fabric is to make sure that it falls in the middle of my 2 needles there. So I'm just going to push it under, and I can feel that the edge of my fabric is over here. So I want to put it roughly over there. So it's going to go through the middle of my needles. Now I'm reaching the start of where my stitches are, and I like that this foot is clear on the machine because I can actually see and align my stitches properly. What I'm going to do is pull these threads that are at the top. I'm going to pull them to the reverse side and just tie them off. I think that looks pretty good. So after just trimming this little excess here, which I'm still debating if I really want to do it, my hem is finished, and now I just need to do the sleeves and my dress will be done.